What do you know about our products and company?
I have researched your company and found that you specialize in software solutions for small businesses. I admire your commitment to customer service and innovation. I believe my skills in troubleshooting and customer support align well with your mission.
How do you handle a difficult customer?
When dealing with a difficult customer, I first listen carefully to their concerns without interrupting. I show empathy and assure them that I will do my best to resolve the issue. Then, I work on finding a solution while keeping them updated on the progress.
Can you describe your troubleshooting process?
My troubleshooting process starts with gathering all relevant information about the issue from the customer. I then replicate the problem if possible and check for common solutions. If the issue persists, I escalate it to the appropriate team while keeping the customer informed throughout the process.
What is the difference between a work group and a domain?
A work group is a simple network setup where each computer is independent and manages its own resources. In contrast, a domain is a more complex network where a central server manages all computers, allowing for easier management of user accounts and security settings.
How do you stay updated with new technology?
I stay updated by following IT forums, reading tech blogs, and participating in online courses. I also attend webinars and workshops whenever possible to learn about the latest trends and tools in the IT industry.
Describe a time you solved a technical problem.
In my previous job, a user reported that their computer was running very slowly. I checked for unnecessary programs running in the background and removed them. I also ran a disk cleanup and defragmented the hard drive. After these steps, the computer's performance improved significantly.
What would you do if you didn't know the answer to a technical question?
If I encounter a question I don't know the answer to, I would first reassure the customer that I will find the information they need. Then I would research the issue using available resources or consult with a colleague who might have more experience with that specific problem.
What is your experience with remote support tools?
I have experience using remote support tools like TeamViewer and AnyDesk. These tools allow me to connect to a user's computer to troubleshoot issues directly. I find them very effective for resolving problems quickly without needing to be physically present.
How do you prioritize your tasks when you have multiple issues to resolve?
I prioritize tasks based on urgency and impact. For example, if a critical system is down affecting many users, I address that first. I also communicate with users to set expectations on when they can expect a resolution for their issues.
What steps would you take if a user cannot connect to the internet?
I would first ask the user to check if their Wi-Fi is turned on and if they are connected to the correct network. Then I would have them restart their router and computer. If the issue persists, I would check for any outages in the area or look into their network settings.
Can you explain what a VPN is and why it is used?
A VPN, or virtual private network, is a service that creates a secure connection over the internet. It is used to protect users' privacy by encrypting their data and masking their IP address, which is especially important when using public Wi-Fi.
How do you handle repetitive tasks in your job?
I try to automate repetitive tasks whenever possible. For example, I use scripts to handle routine maintenance or create templates for common support responses. This helps me save time and focus on more complex issues.
What is your experience with ticketing systems?
I have used ticketing systems like Zendesk and Jira to manage support requests. I find them helpful for tracking issues, prioritizing tasks, and ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks. I also appreciate the reporting features that help analyze support trends.
What is your experience with hardware troubleshooting?
I have hands-on experience with hardware troubleshooting, including diagnosing issues with printers, monitors, and computers. For example, I once resolved a problem with a printer that was not connecting by checking the cables and reinstalling the drivers, which fixed the issue.
How do you explain technical issues to non-technical users?
I use simple language and avoid jargon when explaining technical issues. I focus on the problem's impact and the steps needed to resolve it. For instance, I might say, your computer is slow because it has too many programs running. We can close some of them to speed it up.
What is Active Directory?
Active Directory is a directory service used in Windows networks to manage users and computers. It helps administrators control access to resources and enforce security policies. It allows for centralized management of user accounts and permissions.
How do you handle a situation where you cannot resolve an issue?
If I cannot resolve an issue, I would inform the user that I need to escalate it to a more experienced team member or a specialist. I would ensure the user knows I am still involved and will follow up on the progress of their issue.
What is your experience with software installation and configuration?
I have experience installing and configuring various software applications, including operating systems and productivity tools. I follow installation guides carefully and ensure that all settings are optimized for the user's needs.
What is a firewall, and why is it important?
A firewall is a security device that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. It is important because it helps protect networks from unauthorized access and cyber threats.
How do you document your support processes?
I document my support processes by creating clear and concise guides for common issues and solutions. I also keep records of tickets and resolutions in our ticketing system, which helps maintain a knowledge base for future reference.